It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. So it looked like the draft is right around the corner. Now, what if I was to tell you one player in the draft that I know every Cleveland fan is looking for his name to be called, bruh? That is Carnell Tate from Ohio State has done an interview. He spoke about the Browns. Andrew Berry yesterday in his press conference before he shut down reporters went on and talked about Carnell Tate and Jordan Tyson. There's no doubt about it that Carnell Tate is possibly the best wide receiver coming out of the draft. I feel like we all could agree with that he's the best one, hands down. He got the best size, the best hands, and most of all, his route running ability is next level. To me, if the Browns decide to draft him, this changes their wide receiver room significantly. I mean, Jerry Jeudy automatically becomes wide receiver too. That's how good Carnell Tate is. Let's just all I feel like everybody from the Cleveland Brown fan base could all agree on that. Now, this was Andrew Berry yesterday speaking about Carnell Tate. Let's pull it up right here. Let's blow it up. Let's see what he had.
They're both excellent players. They both have size. They both can separate. Good hands. Obviously Carnell. He's if he's not an NFL receiver, he probably could be a trapeze artist with how acrobatic he is. And Jordan's an excellent creator with the ball in his hands. So they're two excellent prospects.
Carnell Tate is going to become a household name in any damn NFL. That's how good this young man is, y'all. I ain't lying. The young man is like that. When I tell you like that, he's like that. Now, Carnell Tate, like I stated, did do an interview speaking about the Browns. That's what we're going to play right here. This is from Rich Eisen. Then we're going to play another clip of Rich Eisen telling the Browns, do not fuck this up. Make sure y'all get him.
In all honesty, I don't know of a single person that does not have you as the top wide receiver in this year's draft. Carnell.
Okay.
At all.
Yeah.
So let's jump into your draft process so far.
Gotcha.
How many teams have you personally visited so far?
So I believe I visited 5. I have 2 more. So I started my journey with Cleveland. Then I went down to Kansas City, and then I went to Baltimore. Then I went to the Titans, and then I went to the Saints. Then I got the Commanders and Giants left.
Okay. Let me take one at a time here. Cleveland, Ohio. You do realize there are a lot of individuals familiar with your work that would love for your tour to stop there as well, right?
Oh yeah,
Carnell?
yeah. I'm very familiar with that. I mean, Cleveland's right up the street from us. Probably only an hour and a half, 2-hour drive from the facility.
From the facility in Columbus, Ohio, is what you're referring to.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, just want to make sure about all that. So, how comfortable were you when you went to Cleveland and stopped by there?
I was very comfortable. I mean, at this point in the process, it's all about football. Just touring the facility, talking to the coaches, them getting a feel for your personality, you getting a feel for them in general. Then it's ultimately just talking football, them seeing how smart you are, and your IQ as a football player.
You do realize that if you wind up in Baltimore and not Cleveland, everybody that's excited for you to go to Cleveland would be absolutely looking for the nearest bridge to jump off. Carnell, right? You're aware of that?
Yeah, I know that rival runs deep, especially in division rivals. So yeah, I'm very familiar and I'm very aware of that as well.
Yeah, there's a history long before you were born, Carnell Tate. Long before you were born. Did you meet Lamar when you were in Baltimore? Did you?
I did not. Okay. When I went up there, the guys wasn't in the building yet. So
okay, they were not.
They just got
All right. So you and then the Saints. Did you see Chris Olave there? Did you run into him?
No, I didn't see him. So as I'm going throughout the beginning of these visits, none of the players were told to report to the building yet, because it's obvious when you have a new coaching staff, the players can report earlier. So the only team that was working out was the Titans.
Okay. So did you meet Cam Ward when you were there?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. So what sort of conversation did you have with him in Tennessee, Carnell?
He was just telling me enjoy the process, asking where I'm at in the process and where I'm at in the business as far as that. And he was just saying enjoy the process, bro. It only happens once in a lifetime, so just enjoy it and have fun with it.
It's not easy to enjoy it, though. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Because again, I know you're going to all these places, but at the end of the day, it is not your choice where you wind up, right?
No, definitely not. No, sir.
How are you handling all of that? How are you?
I'm cool. I'm just staying chill for real. Like it's out of my control. I've done all I can do on the football terms of it, so it just sitting back and relaxing.
Okay. What will a team get if they draft Carnell Tate? Carnell
A
Tate.
team will get a complete player. I can stretch the field. I can make the contested catch, and then also I'm a willing blocker, and I can run the routes to get open. So I think you get it all.
What do you think you need to improve on?
I don't really know. I'll probably just say press. I mean, there's very few clips of me getting pressed in college, so that's probably the biggest question right there.
Okay. You could say nothing. There's nothing for you to improve on.
No.
I love how you just stop. Like every answer you've had in this conversation to this point, you've had an answer for right away. But it's fine. It's fine. I've seen you play. I can see what you can do, and so can the rest of the NFL. And the Saints, are obviously in the top 10, and they have a history of choosing players from your spot. Olave obviously can't guard Mike. Who's kind of an OG in this equation, You got the Commanders, who have the ultimate OG in McLaurin, sitting right there as well.
Responding to his visits that he had. Now, in this next clip that we're about to look at, this is Rich Eisen about to let the Browns have it. Like, bro, dude is literally in y'all backyard. Y'all better get him, bro.
I know you don't draft for the fans, right?
Not supposed to.
But if you can draft for the fans and check a major box and fill a massive need, that's the triple play, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the Cleveland Browns take Carnell Tate and tell all those Buckeye nuts, and tell all of them in their fan base, we have Carnell Tate now, okay? And their new head coach, Todd Monken, comes from the offensive mindset, because they did draft some. I just went higher register a little bit. Fannin, right? And they got Judkins.
Yeah.
And they've got some really good young players on offense over the last couple of years. I know they just lost Njoku, but you add Carnell Tate to this mix, and you're telling the Browns fans, we know you know this guy, come on out and watch Cleveland Browns football. Don't you think that would get people excited?
Yes.
Right?
However,
but
who's the quarterback?
It's Deshaun Watson. I didn't stutter. It's going to be him. It's not going to be anybody else.
Yes.
Period. They didn't get anybody. They didn't get anybody in free agency. They're not going to go higher like Jimmy G. You know what I mean? Like that's not going to happen.
I get it, but is that exciing for fans? Is that
it will be if he shows up like the guy that they spent all that draft capital on years ago?
Pretty big if.
Or that's their. And you know how I feel about Shador. I mean, honestly, I'm a lead. I put on a cape for that kid more than anybody else in the national media. I think, for good reason.
I'd be curious who Browns fans.
I didn't stutter.
Well, you listen to them, it sounds like Shador's the one that they would.
Guess who's going to start? The guy who they've owed all this money, they owe all this money to, and have paid all that money to watch him sit. It's going to be him. It's going to be him. 100% it's going to be him. And if Browns fans need to reconcile, spend the months doing it. It's going to be him. And if he shows up as him, it would be nice to give him Carnell Tate to throw to.
Sure would.
And I think fans in Cleveland would be like, you can check the box.
Tate, Fannin, Judkins.
Dude.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. And certainly Judkins and Tate, one of them beat Michigan. Just look it up.
I don't know why we needed that.
We have to. I saw these radio hosts, one saying that Ohio State had a better year than Michigan. Had to apologize for it, apparently. Somebody sent me those videos. Okay.